Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's take a look again on the euro currency. Well, yesterday clarity on the euro currency has come relatively fast. So market very soon is tested and broken for the 1585 conference support. And as we said yesterday, so that you do not need to hide your stop too far. It's just because, just keep an eye on this level, because it will be some kind of the not vital point, but it will be very important level that will make you let you to make the conclusion. And because if market breaks the confidence, what the chances that just single standing level will be able to hold the price. So that's simple logic that we very often use in our videos and in general in analysis. And you can see that actually that has happened. So once market has broken for the confidence, 1585 simultaneously has broken all the other support and even dropped the recent lows. So that's the bearish performance that we see here. And what is also important that we have some other moments that point on possible downward continuation. So first of all, recall what we have on the weekly chart on the euro that we discussed on the second week in a row. In fact, this type of action that we have on the weekly chart, this is bearish reversal week, and it should get the continuation. So continuation is not started yet. So market, because stands somewhere in the body of this reversal week, stands very close, but all the stuff stands already below the major weekly conference support. So this potentially bearish background for euro currency. I do not want to talk about all fundamental components that we already talked about concerning the European Union on its inflation, its policy of the central bank, and other things. So all this moment stands, well, in a weaker place concern in relation to its rival, the United States and the United States dollar. So even technically, based on the picture that we have, there's a really big chance that we could get some downward continuation. Next factor that we need to take into consideration, well, it stands on the dollar index. You do not see it on the euro, but on the dollar index, you could see on the weekly chart, we also considered it. Last week, we've got the bullish grabber. And this grabber is not completed yet. So it suggests the taking out of the previous top. So testing of the confidence resistance on the weekly chart. This is weekly chart, guys. This is weekly grabber. So it also suggests that euro currency somehow should drop a bit lower, whether it will be just wash and rinse of this area. So on euro currency it will be lows, right? So, or it will be clear and straightforward downward breakout, and the euro will stay there for a further downward action to the 113 area. We will see. But existence of the bullish grabber on the dollar index and reversal candle on the weekly chart, altogether with the response of the market and the few grabbers that have been formed here, if you remember, the market were preparing for a Fed statement, all of these grabbers have been erased by this recent drop. So none of them has worked. Although we could see on the gold market is absolutely different story. So all grabbers have worked, and in general, yesterday it was also very good performance. This was discussed in the video as well. So with the current circumstances, and today, guys, if you remember, we will have the final test of this really tough week as non-farm payrolls release. ADP was positive, so, well, chance exists that non-farm payrolls release also should be positive. In this case, it's probably we could get further drop. Besides, again, everybody will keep an eye on the hourly earnings, which indicates the wage inflation. This will be very important. And participation rate, and so all the other stuff that stands beyond the major numbers. So currently the major numbers are important, but they are not the decisive. Well, with these moments on the table, In the current circumstances, and with this performance that we've got recently, personally, I do not want to consider taking any long position by far. Correspondingly, on the follow time frame chart, we could consider a few levels. So if market will show some bounce or some pullback, although I do not know where it will be very attractive to plan the trades on Friday, right before the closing of the week, and then keep the position through the weekend. But anyway, here's the same level that has been broken recently, has worked as a support, or at least should work as a support. Now it will be the resistance, so take a look here. We have the confidence 1582, 1590. This is resistance level. And if market will form some, I don't know, maybe this will be A, B city pattern or cartilage triple two cells will be formed, we could consider it for taking the bearish position as well. So that's currently what we could say on euro, because at the bottom, in this moment, we have some minor wash and rinse of these previous lows, but this is local lows, they're not major lows on the daily chart. And that's why this wash and rinse plays just tactical role, so it has no significant meaning for overall technical picture. It could suggest just trigger some pullback. So that's why I think that we could keep an eye on this level. Finally, on two other currencies, just briefly, let's take a look in Australian dollar. The setup that we have discussed previously has hit minimum target on the daily chart. If you remember, we have traded this cartilage triple two cell. As you can see, this drop 30% has happened. It doesn't mean that we can't go lower, but minimum target is completed. Also, we'll keep watching on the Canadian dollar. If you remember, we're watching for a pullback, where theoretically we could consider taking the short position. And here's with this double repo buy that we discussed in the beginning, or even in the end of the previous week, or in the beginning of this week. Because the market is going higher, so it's coming to resistance levels that we will keep an eye on for possible taking the short position, maybe on the next week. So that's what we have currently on the Forex market. So let's see what the performance will be on the barrels release.